here. Welcome to the Tony Nasser Show starring Tony Nasser. I am the co-host, Hoff, and I want to welcome you to the show tonight. Would you like to welcome me on, Tony?
Onto your own show, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to your show.
I'm sure if you've watched Hoffcast for any amount of time, you know who this man is. It's my good buddy, my brother from down under, Mr. Tony Nasser.
How is it going, everyone?
Well, for right now, just us. But in the future, everyone
for
watching,
people in the future, how is the future?
We do it late around here on Hoffcast, Hoff and Tony, because he's on the other side of the freaking world. You know, this is like what time is it there for you? It's
3:03 p.m. on Saturday.
So it's just afternoon. You still have the whole rest of the day to get drunk. I know you don't drink. I know you don't drink, but cheers to the bosses.
I'll drink some
Got
Pepsi.
my William Byron koozie.
Nice.
Got that at the Bristol race. Dude,
hopefully he does good this weekend and gets into the top 4.
Dude, it's been a rough couple weeks being a William Byron fan or even a Hendrick Motorsports fan. And it'd be different if he wasn't running, if William Byron wasn't running so well during the races, and then all of a sudden something just happens out of nowhere, and you're just like,
last 2 races have been shocking for that.
Yeah.
It's like everything's going so well, and then suddenly, half expect like a raccoon to jump in his car and mug him or something now.
No doubt, dude. The old paddock raccoon. Paddock coon.
It's just,
I don't know if that's right, but
I don't know.
Here's Dale. He's the paddock cat around here.
Okay.
See that? That's a shock collar on him. It's got lightning bolts on it. I'm serious. It does have lightning. His collar does have lightning bolts on it, but it's not a shock collar. Bam! Like the Emperor, just shocking.
Emperor Palpatine collar.
Yeah, that's little Dale right there. He's named after Dale Earnhardt. But yeah, Byron's got to have a great race. They all have to have a great race. And the Truck Series race that I watched and I was telling you about earlier was just crazy because it was so tight at the end. Two drivers tied, and the rest of them were within like 2 to 3 points of each other, if even that.
Wow.
So.
That's awesome.
And Corey Haim won. Not Corey Haim. And that was like his 10th.
Where have you been for the last 15 years?
Yeah, right. Well, Frankie Muniz is racing the trucks.
Is he racing trucks? Oh, wow. I didn't know he was racing the trucks. Oh, wow.
Yeah, didn't I tell you? I thought I sent you that message.
You said he came 18th or something. I
think it was 18th or 19th is where he finished. Yeah. Racing legend Frankie Muniz, star of the hit TV show Malcolm in the Middle, is now a truck racer in NASCAR.
And now it's Frankie at the end. That's not fair. I can't drive trucks, so he's way better than I am.
That's a good joke. Just checking.
But yeah, hopefully Byron can do it this week. Hopefully Oscar Piastri in the Formula One will do it this week as well.
I was just about to bring that up, brother. Yeah, I had to turn off my F1 notifications.
Oh, they'll spam you.
Yeah, they will not just that, they spoil shit for you. They'll
I ignore all F1 things until I've watched the race.
Dude, one day they just told me who the race winner was. And I was in a notification. I was like, I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, that happened.
I'm at work right now.
How's it going, Trollmonger? Welcome.
What is up? Look at that. It's been a while. That is mother effing Baste Brooks right there.
Baste Brooks.
Gentleman and Dale. Don't forget about Kira back there. I just had to shock her out of the frame because she was annoying me. Kira's back there. Dude, I have the highest voltage. Like I have like branded by the band AC/DC shock collars. Ha! Voltage! Shock my pits.
Rock and roll.
I'm kidding, by the way, everybody. I promise I do not. I can't afford a shock collar. I got this little one with lightning bolts for Dale from Walmart. It's got a little bell on it, so I don't step on him. I can hear where he's going.
I think someone should be standing behind Hassan with a cattle prod and have just randomly just through the show. See how you like it. Mind you, he's one of those creeps that probably get off on it.
Well, he might. That's what maybe he puts it on himself a little bit later, and he shocks himself. Or he asks his boyfriend to shock it. Hit the button for him when he's a bad boy.
And he's always a bad boy.
Bad boys gonna shock your dog. Yeah, man. I mean, that was a damn shame. The whole thing. I know I did most of my last stream about that. You were not there. What are your feelings?
I was in the chat, but I wasn't live. Yeah.
Absolutely based, Brooks.
As I said in the chat, I'd love to see him in a black site with a car battery attached to his testicles.
Well, there you have
it. Bauer style.
That's how Mr. Tony Nasser feels about it. My NASA.
Yeah, I'm a fan of 24. I don't want to see it implemented on people who harm children and animals.
By the way, dude, just a quick tangent here. I'm wearing a hat I've never worn before because I just pulled it out of the old bucket there, and this is an old school mellow yellow racing hat. This is not made in the last 5 years. I got this out of a claw machine 25, 30 years ago. I won this out of a claw machine.
Someone won something from a claw machine. That is amazing.
Well, back in the day, they didn't rig them like they do now.
Yeah,
true. Now it's like the claw only grips like once out of every 7 to 10 times. And the rest of the time the claw looks like it grips, but it's got no grip. It'll grab the item and then it won't actually lift it. Yeah. It'll just slide over whatever you're trying to pick up. Yeah. So they really rigged those things, unfortunately. I used to be really good at them, man. I used to try to rig them. I was like, how can I drill a hole through a quarter, put some fishing line in it, throw it down the slot and pull it back out, I was like, would that work? I never tried it. I was 10 years old thinking, I'm like, how am I going to sticky bandit this?
I remember in Australia, this is going back to about, I think, 1988, 89, when we got the $2 coin in Australia. It was the same size as a 5-cent coin. And before the vending machines went off weight as well as the size of the coin, people would super glue 2 5-cent pieces together and put it in the machine. And it always assumed it was then they had to make it work off weight as well as the coin size. But yeah, there was, sometimes it can work for a little bit and then they get savvy to it and go, okay.
I don't know how much you know about American currency, but the coins make no sense. The dime,
the dime is smaller than a nickel.
The dime is smaller than the penny. It's like, what are we doing out here? Why? Who came up with this system?
Yeah, I don't know.
The quarters.
I think coins are completely pointless now. So
yeah, well, I don't want to do a completely digital currency, so I am for cash, but
coins
gotta go.
We don't have copper coins in this country anymore, so we don't have 1 and 2 cent coins. But I know that because Lincoln's on the penny, they're never probably ever going to get rid of it. But
they need to, because the penny costs twice as much to make as what it's worth.
The copper, yes, like you could smelt them down and make a fortune.
I think Trump was like, "We're getting rid of the penny." Listen,
I don't have a problem with that. I mean,
I love Lincoln.
It doesn't mean that there's never going to be in a history book this was what the penny was. It's like, man,
he's still on the 5.
Yeah,
he's still on the $5 bill. Trump's going to be on the $1 million bill one day. Because once inflation gets that high, there's going to be $1 million bill. You know what I mean? Trollmonger says they have slot machines that are claw machines now. Real degenerate. Yeah. Not only that, dude. I used to watch this guy, Moist Critical. I haven't watched him in a long time. Do you know what I'm talking about?
That's a name I haven't heard in ages.
The guy with the long hair and the beard.
Yeah.
He's popped back up. He said something I didn't really like one time, and I just unsubbed.
Is that the Penguin dude?
Yeah, Penguin Zero.
Yeah. He. I used to watch him for a bit. Yeah, it was pretty good for a while.
He was entertaining, but I kind of got sick of him for one thing. And number two, he said something that was real dumb. I don't even remember what it was, but I was like unsubbed. That's what I do. But anyways, subscribe to Hoffcast. But anyways,
hit the thumbs up button.
He had a whole claw machine in his room.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, and you could go over the net and use it.
Yeah, and win cups with waifus or anime titties on them or whatever those people are into.
Yeah,
tentacles. I hear they're into tentacles.
Just answering.
Is that true, Tony?
Yes, people do steal copper in this country. Yes,
people steal copper everywhere.
Not just bogans, but yeah. If it's accessible, I'll steal it.
Bogans. That's one of my favorite words. I feel like I don't have the right to use it, but it's a great word.
It's like.
Well, I feel like it's like the N word. You have to be Australian.
Nah. It's not that bad.
Yeah, hentai. That's what I'm talking about. There's this car that drives around here. It's an all white, like Ford Prius or something like that. You know, I don't even if
this is a Prius.
And wait, who makes the Prius? Is it
Toyota?
Toyota, yeah. Anyways, Ford, whatever, Fiesta. But it's like one of those, and it's all white car, and this maniac took like 1,000 hentai stickers and just put them all. It's not a decal. It is not by any means a decal. It's just random stickers you peel off and just stick on stuff all over his car. So the whole time you're driving behind him, you're getting a boner. So look at them titties.
I mean, said I drove a Ford Fiesta. So.
Well, as long as you didn't have 1,000.
No, I don't go for bloody bumper stickers or any of that stuff.
1,000 hentai stickers.
It's not pristine. It's got scratches on it, but there's no. I think of bumper stickers like I think of tattoos and that. None on my car.
Dude, I got a little bit of. I got some scrapes on my car, but I drive a Camry.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like war paint a little bit. I could probably buff it out, but
look, my car was secondhand when I bought it, and there was some of the wheel rims had scrapes on it where the driver hit the curb and that. And she was like really embarrassed, but I went, it just happens. I don't care. It means I don't have to be so careful with the car now.
What I don't like is these people who can't freaking park in the parking lots. And they park too close to your car, and they open their door and hit your car, and you got all these dings there.
There's lines for a reason, and it's not like, I'm on the line. That's fair. It's like, no,
dude. Just the other night, dude. It was like, what was it? Last night or the night before? I think it was last night. I tried to pull into the lot, and there was only one spot. There was 2 spots open, but there was only one spot I could get into because someone had parked over the line, and there was no way to fit in there. And he was just waiting. He was in his car waiting for someone else. And then another car pulls in, and I know what they're thinking. They're thinking like, seriously, bro? And the guy's just on his phone. I saw him. The light was on. The cockpit light was on, whatever you want to call it. And you could see it. He wasn't paying attention enough and just parked all the way over this line. I'm just like, what is wrong with people, man? Like, can you not just like, for one, park in the lines? Number 2, pay attention. Like, people, oh man, I'm already ranting. Go ahead, Tony.
Oh no, it's there's nothing worse than when people I just can't be bothered. I'll just park here. This will do. I'm only going to go. I'll only be 10 minutes, and it's like I don't care if you're 3 seconds. Park properly. Pull out and go back in.
Look, I have a problem with like people who have really nice cars parking in like 2 or 4 spots.
Oh, that pisses me off too.
I don't have a problem with it if they do it at the back of the lot.
Oh, yeah, sure, and
there's plenty of other spaces there. Yeah. Like I don't have a problem with that because I've seen people do that, and I'm like, that's fine. You're not. Everyone still gets a spot. Nobody's gonna hit your car. That's perfect. That's actually the way to do it, if you ask me. And they're willing to walk. And like most of these fat asses who don't even want to get, they get a fake.
If I had a monster truck, I would still drive over them.
Well,
even if they're right down the back, I'll go, this makes it easier for me to drive over.
Allegedly.
So don't give me access to a monster truck.
Mace Brooks says people do that get there. Snitches get stitches, you know. Dude, like it's so annoying when someone just like is just. I see that a lot now in society where people
inconsiderate.
Yeah. Well, it's not just inconsiderate. It's they're in their own, I don't even know if they've been taught any different, but they're just so in their own little world and their own little bubble that they can't fathom what someone else might be thinking or doing because their brain won't allow them to. They're not smart enough, you know.
It's like a base layer. The Tesla will actually drive itself to you and then catch fire.
I don't trust a Tesla, man.
The only car that self-drives I trust is Kit, and that is it. And that was fiction. So
I showed that video on Hoffcast a long time ago, that Tesla. I think it was in like a foreign country or something, but they probably took the governor off of it. But that thing, do you remember when I showed that video? Maybe you didn't, but that thing just starts flying and they can't control it. And eventually I think they killed a couple people a couple people died, unfortunately.
The cameras didn't work and it didn't stop. Yeah.
But it just kept flying and it just went faster and faster.
Well, what was that? That movie came out a couple of years ago, the apocalyptic one, where all the Teslas are just crashing into each other.
Oh, Leave This World Behind?
Yeah, that was really good.
Well, the movie wasn't bad, but it was a bit of Obama propaganda. But yeah.
Yeah, well, there is that too. But
that
sequence is just more reason why I don't want a car that can be hacked.
Well, there was a line in the movie that said, like, well, going forward, we can't have any more whites or something like that. I can't remember. I'm paraphrasing here. But
probably.
I mean, there was like some line in the movie I remember. I was like, okay,
there was something about murdering a chef as well.
What?
Allegedly.
What about a chef?
I think there was some line going, and we totally killed that chef.
Allegedly.
Nah,
he couldn't swim in 4 feet of water.
It's really hard to swim when someone's standing on your head underwater.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's 6'2", but he couldn't swim in 4 feet of water. Especially with, fat ass Hillary Clinton. And just allegedly. Allegedly.
Cutlery.
Hillary. But someone called her that earlier. I can't remember. Was Sam Tripoli or someone? I don't want to name names like that. But someone called her Hillary earlier. I thought it was funny.
It's more accurate.
I think it was Kraut. Maybe. No, I don't want to name names. I just saw a video where she was talking. I think it was. I don't want to say it, but she was talking about like how. Yeah, it was Crowder. Okay, it for sure was Crowder, and he was showing how like. They don't want Trump deporting people, but he showed footage of Hillary Clinton, like years ago, saying we need to get rid of all the illegals. And then she did this motion, and they're like, "Oh, nice pose there,"
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's okay when they do it.
Oh yeah, dude, it's all projection. Well, nobody's doing it to begin with. It's just people make a motion, and then you can interpret it however you want. Unless you got a swastika on your arm and you're saying Heil Hillary, then
Yeah.
It's up to interpretation.
Yeah.
Mace Brooks says, did your Blue Jackets beat my Stars the other night? Yeah, we crushed them 5-1. Then we got crushed tonight 5-1. So it just came back the other way by the Washington Capitals, who are sponsored by
TikTok.
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 They wear
That's
TikTok.
weird.
Dude, first and foremost, I never wanted sponsors on the jerseys. I had a huge problem with it. I didn't want ads. There's too many ads. They already got the ads around the outside of the boards. Yeah. They got the ads on the glass. They got the ads on the helmets. Dude, they used to have the team name on the helmet. Now they got ads on the helmet. Now they're putting ads on the jerseys. And some of them kind of go with the jersey a little bit, like when you see a Formula One car or a NASCAR stock car with a good paint scheme that goes with the sponsor, it looks good, but not these are not NASCAR paint schemes. No. They're jerseys that have been around for years, so sometimes they don't match up. It did match up for the Capitals. I'll say this because I didn't even notice it because it's a white patch on a white jersey until they zoomed in. Yeah. But if that's on their home jerseys, that's got to stand out like a damn sore thumb. I mean,
yes, and we cop that crap here in Australia too with the football teams and that. They just got fucking shit all over them.
Yeah, dude. Like, look, here's the way I see it. If my ticket prices aren't getting any cheaper to go to your games, then what's the sponsorship doing for me? Nothing besides cluttering up the whole thing, the whole game, and just making it look bad.
I mean, I'm happy with a jersey just having the team name and the team logo, and that's it. It's like,
there's too much money
and the player on the back. Yeah, I know. Still, it gets too busy.
It does get too busy.
It's just like
Base Brooks says, "Effing stars, glad I'm a Golden Knights fan." Also, I'm not a fan of the Golden Knights. I think they have nice sweaters, but it made me really mad that they won a cup like so quickly, and the Blue Jackets have been around for 25 years, and we're struggling to make the playoffs. Like that, I'm not gonna lie, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Dale farted. I'm about to shock the shit out of him.
Because of Glassjaw?
What's up?
Is that because of Glassjaw? I haven't won anything. Yeah, was it your goalie or something? You said he has a Glassjaw.
Oh, Glassbones Murray. No, he's a defenseman. Yeah, I said Glassjaw is a band.
Okay.
I'm not too familiar with, but I do know that. But I got kicked off of Reddit for saying that one of our players had glass bones because he get injured every he'd be injured for like 6 months. He'd come back for 2 games, get injured for another 6 months. I'm like, what? How much? It'd be a completely different injury. It wasn't even the same one.
Who was playing there?
I swear some of these players figure it out, dude. Look, maybe he's smart. Dale keeps farting. It's pissed me off. About to shock the shit out of him. But anyways,
we had a rugby league player, Mario Fennick, I think it was. We used to call him Bloodbin, and we'd say his skin must be like paper because he'd be out in the field for like 5 seconds, and then suddenly he was bleeding like a stuck pig, and he's in the blood bin, and I'm like, good God, what's wrong with you, man? He's a good football player, though.
Base Brooks says, I understand the WNBA, but not NHL and NBA for the jersey rating. Yeah, the WNBA can use all the money. They're losing money. It's like our taxes are going into the freaking WNBA at this point. We'll see how long that lasts without USAID or whatever. We'll see how long the WNBA lasts without USAID. Brittany Griner, send that fella back to Russia. Brittany Griner, send that fella back.
Send him to the Ukraine.
Send him back. Dude, there's literally videos of Brittany Griner online around a pool not wearing a shirt. It's a dude. It's just a dude.
Dude.
It's literally a dude. Like, allegedly. Dale, dude, why are you so gassy, bro? Hurting me right now. Don't climb on anything on the table because you're going to ruin the whole stream if you do that, and I'll have to shock you even harder.
Shock, yeah.
Shock the shit out of you.
Shocking.
See them lightning bolts? That means it's the most shockiest caller of all time. That just means he's lightning fast, which he's not. He's an old man. He's not very fast, but I felt like it was ironic. Like, you know, like when you call a big fella tiny. Like, you know, a really big fella, and you're like, hey, that's tiny over there. It's like an ironic thing. Well, that's why I got these lightning bolts for Dale, also so I can shock the shit out of him. That joke's not gonna die for me. That's a great joke.
Nah.
Let me get back to Base Brooks here. So it's the Vegas market, Hoff. Vegas loves their Golden Knights. I've been to 2 games and they are electric. I'm sure they do, dude. Like Vegas, you get people in Vegas involved in anything. The whole state, or not state, but the whole city is drunken on drugs. They'll just, cheer to anything. And you put some lights in front of them and some loud music, of course they're going to go crazy. I'm sure it's a fun game. Guess what? Columbus Blue Jackets games are very fun as well. But listen to this, Tony. I was watching hockey the other night. I believe it was hockey, either that or NASCAR. And this ad comes on, and it's for DraftKings. Do you know what DraftKings is?
Yeah, it's the gambling.
Yeah, sports gambling app, website. Yeah. And in the commercial, as most commercials do feature now, is Kevin Hart and LeBron James.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, how? If you are still playing sports, I don't think you should be allowed to be in a sports gambling advertisement.
No, it's a bad look because it sounds like, LeBron will shave points if you ask him.
Well, did you hear about what happened recently?
No.
I found out about this after the fact. Let me see if I can find an article on this. Yeah, check this out, bro. NBA gambling investigation. Damon Jones allegedly sold information about LeBron James. Oh,
whoa.
Wow. This is from October 23rd. Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? So basically what it was, I mean, I'm not going to read the whole article. From what I know, LeBron James had an injury. He probably stubbed his toe on the court and took him out for a couple weeks. But you know, he probably I don't know. He probably like bent a fingernail and that just took him out of the game. But
he got a stitch from running up and down the court all the time.
One up.
But anyways, oh no, I just had to pause that because I didn't want to keep showing something like that. But anyways, apparently he had an injury, one of those, you know, wussy injuries that NBA players get from him. They get more injuries from embellishing than actually getting hurt.
Oh, they're like soccer players. They'll take a dive every 10 seconds.
But it was an undisclosed injury. But he told this guy about this Damon Jones guy, and then he told other people they put huge bets on him not being in the game, like $200,000 worth of bets.
Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, the defendant, Damon Jones, was a former NBA player, assistant coach. He allegedly used his connection to James to sell non-public information for profit ahead of the Lakers game against the Milwaukee Bucks in 2023.
Wow.
Yeah, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Jones paid him $2,500 for the information. That's not good. If LeBron took money,
yeah, it's one thing to say, "Oh, I've got an injury, I'm not playing the best," and people take that information and bet on it. But if he accepts a kickback, yeah, that's conspiracy level shit.
Apparently it's not from James, but from a trainer, allegedly. Allegedly.
Like at the end of that, I don't care because I think basketball is my least favorite sport. But
no, my whole thing is this has been a conspiracy for me for a while, and it might not be like, oh, the moon landing was real or fake, but this is a conspiracy for sure. Like this is people.
It goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand with sports from all the way back. Like was the eight men out conspiracy in baseball back in the day, where they were all accused of shaving points and stuff. So it's like, yeah, just goes hand in hand.
It really comes down to the referees a lot of the time.
Yeah,
man.
Thing that if it is true and he did, do all that, it's even worse when someone gets paid as much as LeBron James to go, oh, I want a little bit more. Give me that
$2,500. Well, that was his trainer.
Yeah.
Apparently that was his trainer.
Like, come on, man. How much is enough? Honestly,
I bet part of that $2,500 was him getting a cut from the bet.
Yeah,
allegedly.
Allegedly.
I would say, So y'all.
That's like probably his walking around to get some Zims from the fucking shop money.
Well, hey,
yeah.
Sometimes it's not that easy. You have to buy five cans at a time to get a deal.
5 cans at a time.
Yeah, you got to buy a log to get a deal on some Zins sometimes.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't need to because he's got $2,500 in his pocket.
Base Brooks says the news media won't shut up about the betting scandal. I don't follow a lot of. I just watch YouTube for news. Really,
me too. Hey, Peter.
What's up, boss? How you doing, Peter? Long time boss right there. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well that's watching right now. I know it's a late show, but it's Friday night, Saturday morning, depending on what time zone you're in. For Tony, it's like 3-4 p.m. The next day, he's living in the future. So tell us what happens. What happens in the future?
A bunch of terrible stuff. Everything's awful. So as bad as it is where you are, in like 12 hours time, it's going to be worse.
Not good news from the future.
Pessimistic future news.
It's like that Ryan George guy who does the guy who time traveled to the future and he reports back to the 90s. And he's like, this sucks.
It's true.
Time travel to like our time,
If I knew what I knew now back then, I wouldn't want to leave the 90s.
Same. I wouldn't have been so excited about the internet at the time.
Nah.
By the way, man, the internet sucked at first.
Yeah.
I remember dial-up on my grandma's computer. The first website I went to was jeffgordon.com. And I waited 18 minutes for
the pictures to load.
Half a JPEG of Jeff Gordon in a Pepsi uniform to load. I was like, this sucks, man.
I remember
it's about as useless as JPEGs to Helen Keller.
It's all about the Pentiums. My first experience with the internet was in 1993. This is how fucking far back. And was it 93 or 94? No, it's 93. And I was over a friend of a friend's place. He had the internet back then. It was amazing. Wow. And we watched the pilot to Babylon 5 on VHS.
The what?
Yeah, the TV show Babylon 5. Like he knew people who got him the VHS cassette, which had the pilot to Babylon 5 and the pilot to Time Tracks, which was not good. And after we watched it, he goes, let's go on the internet and see what people are talking about. And this was back when the internet looked like it was all blue screens and yellow text and shit. There was no pictures.
Yeah.
And I was watching it. So this is the internet. And he goes, yeah, man, isn't it great? I went, I don't see this taking off. Boy, was I wrong.
Dude, I remember
maybe they should add pornography to it and then it'll be successful.
Well, They're starting to take that away, man. They're starting to take the porn away here in America.
War crime.
Dude, all the old sites I used to go to, they're forcing me to like want me to like show ID to go to these websites.
Oh yeah, digital IDs and shit. Yeah,
they want me to like prove that I'm of age, and they want me to scan my. I know because I wanted to see. I said, "How far does this go?" And they literally like, "Here's an app where you can scan your ID so you can watch people bang." And I was like, I'm good on that. You know, I'm good. I got a good spank bank right up here in the old noggin. You know, I don't have to give out my information to who I'm. You know,
this makes me miss the days of going to the newsstand and buying a penthouse.
Dude, it didn't get more private than that until your mom walked in. That's the worst. I'd rather the government know what I'm watching than my mom. You know?
Yeah. No, I know.
Mom, I swear it's not true. The government's lying.
Why, George? Why?
Yeah, right.
I come home and he's using his body as an amusement park.
This is an amusement park. Oh, that was good.
The funniest.
Peter said YouTube zapped my comment. I didn't zap it. So yeah, I don't know what you commented. If you can do it in a better way, but I didn't take any comments down.
YouTube doesn't like swearing and stuff, apparently.
I might have it on one of those like dumb, like restricted chats because I've had a lot of crazies around, you know. We've already talked about this. I'm not going to embellish, but I'm a crazy. I said worse things on my last stream than a lot of people have said in this chat, but you know, it is what it is.
Dude, Taylor's crazy. Kira. I can see you, Kira.
I see you coming.
I see you. On the couch.
You always get on a plane. What's your tail?
Maybe yours.
Okay, so here it is. Peter says, when Tony said everything is awful, I said if things had gone the wrong way in World War II, the group that would be in charge of England would probably have done a better job than the present lot. Well,
probably not incorrect on that. England's fallen. England's done.
There's
Europe's
a lot
done.
to be said about that, for sure. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know, man. Apparently of course YouTube didn't like that, depending on what you actually put in that statement, but that's very much more well said.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
there are some people that have been in power that are worse than the people that were back then, but yeah.
What's hilarious is kind of off subject, but on subject. The No Kings protest, that joke of a parade that happened there like a week ago.
It was successful because you no longer have a king. Well done.
No, we don't have a king. I mean, dude, I gotta give it to the liberals. Finally, they did something. Finally, the liberals pulled it off, and we still don't have a king.
Unfortunately, we still have a king, which is kind of annoying.
What's funny is over in countries like England, where they did these same stupid grassroots protests that are totally non-funded. Yeah, they'll know. Grassroots and non-funded protests in other countries at the same time. Guess what? They couldn't call it No Kings in England. They called it No Tyrants because they can't offend King Charles. I present to you.
Hot take here. They currently have a tyrant in charge, and I'm not talking about Charles. I'm talking about their prime minister. So, yeah.
Well, true. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Base Brooks says,
But
who's the
they
all-time
love
worst?
him because he loves the immigration.
Loves immigration.
Loves it.
This is a great question. Who's the all-time worst person ever involved in Hoffcast? Easy answer. Me. Me. I'm the worst person ever involved in Hoffcast. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So I mean, hate to say it. No, there was, I'm not gonna name names. Tony's gonna know who I'm talking about here. There was a fella that we haven't spoken to in a long time who we thought might have been okay with PDF files. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm holding you for ransom. Tony, you get what I'm saying? That guy.
Yeah.
Ransom.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I would say that was the worst. Besides, I mean, I've never said or done everything that I say that's horrible is typically in jest. Typically, you know what I mean? This person was holding strong to his beliefs that it was okay for the Dalai Lama to make out with a child. And I stood strong by my beliefs where it's not okay for any adult to ever make out with any child. And, we went separate ways on that. I don't know what he's doing now. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoke to him since. And that's probably for the best. But, you never know what kind of crazies you're going to run out into out here in the World Wide Web. You can play Mortal Kombat with a friend in Vietnam. The possibilities are endless, What movie is that from?
I don't know.
The Cable Guy, Jim Carrey.
Oh, right. Oh, God, I haven't seen that since the 90s.
It's when they're on that big satellite dish that looks like GoldenEye.
Yeah. It's been a long time since we've seen that.
My references are on point tonight, by the way. I'll just say that. Gotta brag about my references. Peter says it's worse than that. The UK is ruled by banks, at least according to Liz Truss. Don't know who that name's familiar, but who is not ruled by banks?
Yeah, they are ruled by banks. Yeah,
I'll tell you who. Dr. Don. He's ruled by time
and vodka.
And vodka. I can relate to Dr. Don. He'll never break your heart. That's one of the best things you've ever said. I know nobody knows what we're talking about right now, and it's fine. But I just have to let Tony know one of the best things he ever said to me was, Dr. Don will never break your heart. And I was like, man, that's true. That's true. If you don't listen to Dr. Don, go look him up after the show. Don't look him up now. Keep watching Hoffcast, Hoff and Tony cast. But yeah. Here says she was prime minister for about 5 minutes.
Long enough. Oh yes, yeah. No. I know he's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, the prime minister don't mean shit. What means shit is who they're paid for by.
Yeah, the puppet masters. Yeah.
Ruled by time. Now that song's stuck in my head. Dr. Don. Ruled by time. I would play vodka tonight, but I'm pretty sure I can't get away with it. He seems like he needs the money. He seems like he needs the money. Basebrook says the blonde-haired lady after Boris and before the Pakistani guy.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, she was in for a very short time. It's the trouble with politicians these days. After they're gone, I can forget who they are. It's almost like my brain just filters them out.
Dude, I love how Sam Tripoli makes the point where in California, the elections don't matter so much because it's such a liberal state that nobody even remembers the name of the person who ran against who's governor. Nobody knows who ran against Gavin Newsom. Nobody remembers. They're just so liberal. They'll just pick any old scumbag to throw
in. Peter just knocked it out of the park with this one.
You want to read that? I got a burp.
Kind of a free country with puppet masters, especially antichrist ones bent on the destruction of Christendom. So yeah, it's very true.
That means?
I agree, and it seems to be the popular attitude now in the world.
I think he's on to what I've been talking about for a long time, which is the spiritual warfare that's been going on.
Very much a spiritual war now.
It ties into that.
I really hope more people wake up about it too.
We can get real deep on this. I don't know how deep I want to go, but yes, he said especially Antichrist ones bent on the destruction, because a lot of these people who control us, they do have such big egos and narcissism that they almost think that they could be the Antichrist, even if they're not. You know what I mean? Like that's scary. And to me, that's terrifying.
Well, yeah, if they drew a connection to it, yeah, absolutely.
Well, definitely not on the side of Christ. They'd rather play God than serve God, you know? A lot of these people, like Elon Musk, for instance, you know. You got to watch that guy. I've been saying that for years now. I've never once trusted that guy. And it has nothing to do with his salutes or whatever, or him supporting Trump. Had nothing. It's never had anything to do with that. It's had to do with all the AI stuff. Dude, I've always said that the whole reason that Elon Musk bought Twitter was to use it to fuel his AI machines. And I don't think I'm wrong on this. I still don't think I'm wrong on this. I've been saying this for a long time. I still don't think I'm wrong on this. He's gathering the information, you know. And then on the other hand, you got Mark Zuckerberg, who I don't know what he is. I don't know if he's a robot or reptilian, but he's gathering information for his tribe. And it's like,
I think he's a reptilian robot.
Well, that video, I mean, let's never forget this video. I'm going to play it right now. Let's never ever forget this video here. Dude, by the way, things have been so much easier. I haven't done a lot of Hoffcasts this year, but things are so much easier on this new PC and everything.
I'm just going to get back to Peter here. I agree with you, Peter. I do see the Antichrist as a group entity, not just one person. Absolutely.
Really?
And especially now, it just seems to be everywhere. It's not just like, oh, it's that guy there. It's like, no, it's them and them and them.
Would you call them like NPCs almost or something?
Yeah,
or
that's
Or is that a different group? You know.
But no, I agree with Peter on that. Yeah,
Peter's a smart man. Let's watch
he
this.
Really is.
Never forget.
But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human still.
What?
But I was just referring to myself in the past.
What?
Not that
Look
I
at
was
lizard eyes.
Human.
Yeah.
But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human still. But I was just referring to myself in the past. Not that I was not human.
That's insane. That's a mind boggler to me.
Yeah.
Why would anyone say something like that?
Guess he's not human.
Or maybe, I mean, Peter might be onto something here. Maybe he just looks down on people because he's so rich now.
Probably does.
Maybe that's what he meant by it, where he's like, "Oh, I'm richer than you. I used to be human.
I'm beyond human because of my bank account." Yeah.
Well, my point is, all of these people who are so into the advancement of AI and technology, they're not looking for more humanity. They're not. They're looking to change us into something that is going to make us archaic. And I don't know why they're for it. I guess money. What if the craziest thing of all time? Listen to me, Tony. Listen. This might be the craziest conspiracy of all time. Listen, bosses. What if who is controlling the world leaders right now is AI? What if they're already holding us hostage? And they're like, you got to do this, this, and this. That would be crazy. I know we're talking fiction, but that's in the realm of reality, and it could be true. But they always say, oh, we don't know the names of the people who are really pulling the strings. What if it's fucking AI? What if it's Skynet? What if it's something like that? Yeah, you don't know the names because there ain't a name. But the AI would be like, hey, we're going to blow your ass up if you don't do this, this, and this.
It's a scary thought.
Yeah, I don't think there's any truth or evidence behind it. I'm not saying
but that's a scarier thought because when you can actually say it's these 5 people or these 5 families, like in So I Married an Axe Murderer,
13 families. Well,
at least you can name them and you can point at them, and they are flesh and blood, and they could technically be stopped. When it's something like, it's a random program out there, it's like, well, how do you stop that?
I'm not even saying it's a Terminator with a metal body, with a gun to these people's heads. It might be something else.
Yeah.
Which this is the epitome of non-humanism and as far from God as you can get. This is Satanism. This does go along with being the Antichrist. That's the whole reason I'm saying this. The whole conversation is about this. This is why these people are so involved in technological advancement, is because it goes beyond what humans are capable of doing. And that's scary.
God.
Yeah, 100%. It's a scary thing. And it's most likely just the Rothschilds or George Soros or BlackRock or Vanguard. But what if BlackRock and Vanguard are AI? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Nobody knows anymore. That's when we've gotten into a real problem, dude. And I got to tell you this. I've told you this, I believe, but I'll share it here on the stream. The day that Charlie Kirk got hit, I was at work and I was in the office and I know nothing about it. I was receiving a delivery for the company. And I heard someone say, oh my gosh, Charlie Kirk just got hit. And they're watching it on their phone. And I hear them arguing. They're saying, is that AI? I can't tell. Is this real? There's no way that's real. That's got to be AI. They're talking about this over the Charlie Kirk thing. When it first happened, like the hour that it happened. I'm talking about the day and the hour when the video first came out. And people were literally arguing over whether it was a real video or not. And that's crazy. Whether it, you can go as deep as you want into the Charlie Kirk conspiracy. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about right now is the failure for people to be able to recognize or understand the difference between reality and fiction at this point, and what they can believe with that, what they see and hear, see with their own eyes, hear with their own ears, and how much you can believe of what it is. So that's where it really gets scary to me personally, is when people can't see the difference between reality and non-reality. It's like we actually are living in a matrix.
It's kind of sad when people question the possibility of reality.
Well, the possibility of reality, I mean, it is questionable. We might be in a dream. Have you ever thought to yourself, Tony, maybe I'm the only person ever experiencing this and everything else is just my world that I have to go through? Have you ever thought that?
Not really.
Okay, I'm just a paranoid son of a bitch. But
no, it's just I've never really had that. It's probably just because my life's not that interesting. But
neither is mine. But
I mean, if I was in control of this dream or something, it'd be a bit more interesting than this. But I mean, sometimes it'd be like, I wish this wasn't the way it was, but
well, it goes a little bit deeper than that for me. Like, if I want to explain where that mindset comes from, it comes from like, I don't know if I believe in reincarnation or because I mean, like, I'm a Christian, so that's not really stated in the Bible or anything, but besides Jesus, but and I'm not Jesus, but anyways. I know a lot of people named Jesus around here, but regardless, I do think there's something to the theory that like you have to keep coming back to this life until you've fulfilled it the way you're supposed to and you're meant to. And maybe you have time doesn't matter. Time is not linear when it comes to infinity or heaven or hell or anything like that. It's eternity. So this time that we have here could easily be replayed time and time again. And maybe you just have to get it right or something during your lifetime. And until then, you keep getting sent back. Maybe not as a different body, but the same body and the same life. And you just have to get it right. But I don't know. I mean, that's just a weird theory that goes through my head. And stuff. There's no truth to that. It's not religiously based by anything. It's just
But yeah, on many ways, I would consider that a curse or torture.
Well, yeah, it is. It's like purgatory.
Because, like, and I'm going to use a fictional thing here, and I'm going to use the big one because not a lot of people watch Star Trek, but Groundhog Day.
Come on. What'd you say?
The time loop, like Groundhog Day. Right. It's like, yeah, okay, he might have been a prick at the beginning of it, but what he goes through, and I mean, someone has done the math of how long he was in it for. That is technically torture. It's like, how much of a bad person was he to have to do that? That's so yeah. Anyone having to go relive life, regardless of reincarnation, going through it again and again until you get it right, it's like that. That's a curse and that's torture.
It is a curse.
I couldn't imagine God being the sort of person to do that, unless you're a really evil piece of shit.
Well, I mean, I think it is. No, because instead of sending you to hell, he's giving you another chance to make it right in order to get to heaven. Do you know what I mean? I look, I'm just speaking out my ass here. Look, there's nothing that I'm saying here based on anything. I'm just talking. Literally,
once again, I'm going to go another bit of fiction here. In the TV series Lucifer, that's what hell was, in many sense. You basically put yourself in it because you have guilt, and that's why you're in hell. And you basically go through a time loop of going through this experience over and over again. And every time you think you can solve it, but you don't, because you're guilty and you want to hurt yourself. And that's torture. You're torturing yourself. So I don't see the difference. That would be hell, honestly.
There's a line in my favorite band of all time, Rush, and their final album, Clockwork Angels. There's a line in the song Headlong Flight that says, "I wish that I could live it all again." And Neil Peart, before he passed away, was asked, "Would you live it all again?" He said, "Nah." Nah, dude. Nah. It was just what I was writing a character for the story for the album, but I would never want to go through this whole thing ever again. I don't know if I'd want to either. If I die.
I mean.
Well, when I die, I don't know if I would. If God or whoever was like, would you like to go experience that again? Like do that ride again? Like say getting off a roller coaster, and then as soon as you get off, they're like, "Hey, you want to get back on?" I don't know if I'd want to get back on that roller coaster.
I don't think I would.
I'm not saying I'm not grateful for life. I'm not saying that.
No, you're not. No, but for me, that everything that I've done in my life has led me to where I am. And regardless of whether I'm content or not, I am. I actually like where I am.
Nice.
But I wouldn't want to go back and redo it because there's a risk I'd do something wrong or change it, and then I'd end up on a completely different tangent. And regardless of whether I agree with everything I've done or not, it's out of my hands. So
it does.
The two words "what if" are the fucking two worst words out there, because it does not help you. It never does. It's like that. Just that. Oh, what if I did this instead of that? It's like it doesn't matter because you didn't do it. So stop thinking about it and move forward. Because it's just living in the past is not a healthy thing.
When I think about it, every decision I've made in my life, I made for a reason. Most of them.
Yeah.
All the big decisions, that have shaped
absolutely
my life.
Awesome one. Absolutely. 100% agree on that.
I want to say hi to Awesome One.
Yeah.
String Groundhog Day. Well,
just for a little bit.
It's kind of what we're talking about. Faith comes by hearing the word of God. I agree. Peter says, forgive and you will be forgiven.
I will 100% correct, Peter. I mean, I will freely admit that I was very lapsed for about 25 years of my life, nearly half my life. And it wasn't because I turned my back on my faith or anything. I just stopped going to church and that because I kept burying family members and it was depressing. And I didn't want to go to church because like I associated with death. But recently, like in the last few years, I've reconnected with my faith and I'm happy I have. I'm a happier person for it. And I will not turn away again. I'm like, I didn't realize what I'd been missing. And so, yeah, I agree with you, Awesome One. It does come from hearing.
I've talked about it more than enough times, but I did turn away from God for many years of my life. And in one of my darkest moments, I wasn't even asking for God, but he was there. I was saved when I was very young. So when your soul is saved, even if you turn from God, he's still there for you. Even in your darkest hour, you can turn from God, but God will not turn from you. As soon as you give your soul and your life to God, there's not much that you can do to go back from that. Even if you try your hardest, God will still see you as one of his sheep, one of his the lamb, what is the phrase? But there's really, you can try as hard as you want, but at the end of the day, there's only one. That's all there is. And in my darkest times, he came to me, and I will never turn back either, Tony. There's no doubt. And I'm not here to do a testimony or anything like that, but or tell anyone what to believe in. I'm just telling you my experience, and it's pretty powerful, and I've lived my life differently since that day. I'm not saying I'm a saint. I'll never be a saint. I'm not a perfect person. I'll never be one. But I do live my life differently. I feel like I understand things more. As much as I go on about libtards and blah blah blah, I do feel like I understand things more now than I ever did before. So that's my testimony, I guess.
Yeah. Well, everyone needs to find their own way.
And that's correct. This is just a stepping stone to eternal life or death. Choose life. I agree. Jesus paid it all. I owe it all to him. I agree.
I was going to make a terrible joke and say, is all someone just quoting Wham now? But I do 100%
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I don't remember the last line. In God's glory. I don't remember the last line, but yeah.
Was blind, but now I can see. But,
I messed all that up, but yeah.
No, it's all good. No, you were doing really well. It was
my tone was good.
No, your tone was excellent.
Swing low, sweet chariot. Should I do that next?
Just starting to then we can start quoting fucking Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Then totally get this stream just demonetized.
Oh well, yeah. The sheriff's near. What was that? What's that song about? Tell it on the mountaintop high. What's that? How's that song go? Tell it from the mountaintop. I don't know. I don't remember it. I don't remember a lot of hymns off the top of my head. I do remember.
when they start, if they start, I can sort of go, now I remember it. But yeah, I can't just
There
remember
it
it. Off the top of my
Go
head.
to go
Tell him on the mountain.
Tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ was born. Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you, awesome one. Thank you. Could not remember that one.
No, it's one of those things that I needed to hear it start, and I go, now I know. Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of prayers that I used to pray every day, and I'm like, I remember most of it, and then I just completely miss a line. I'm like, what? I'm missing something here, and I had to look it up online, and go, that's it, and then it makes sense again. So yeah, I've just got to get back into saying them all the time. But yeah, it's the same with hymns. I just haven't been to mass for a very long time.
Dude, that last time I went to church, I told you about that. I probably talked about it here. They had like 3 hymn books. They'd be like, pick up this one, turn to page 84. It's hymn number 58. And it's like, we did that, and we got through all 3 books. I'm joking, but it felt like it. They were singing songs at this church. It was a song. It was the same church that I went to that the guy in the front pew was playing the saw.
Oh
wow! Yeah, I heard this sound. It sounded like one of them little ghosts at Halloween that you hang up, and they go, "Ooh!" Once the batteries die, it sounds really bad.
We got like a theremin in there. It's like woo.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I thought it was a theremin. Barbara Ann. I thought it was a theremin. I stood up a little bit out of the pew. I said, what is that? And it's a guy playing a saw in the front pew of a church. I'd never seen anyone play a saw in my life, let alone going to this church where everyone dressed up like they're Amish. I was like, I gotta get out of this cult.
They didn't have a guy next to him with the big jug going.
I would have been that guy. If they would have asked me, I could have done it. Yeah. I can play a jug. Let me lick my lips. Play the jug.
Oh man. That's wild.
Yeah, Hoff saw it all. I did. I don't know much about playing the saw. I don't think anybody does. But he seemed to be like the Liberace of the saw.
They dressed as well.
Just woo on that thing, dude. Because I was in the back, I wasn't even like, I didn't want to sit up front the first time I went to this church. So I kind of sit towards the back. Well, what's that sound? Is that the Holy Ghost?
I think I never sat up the front in church.
What?
I never sat up front in church ever. I was normally in the sort of middle part of the back section.
I always sat in the back of class in school too. I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. 1, I didn't like to sit up front. 2, they put all the kids with glasses up front, and I had good eyesight. So they're like, "Oh, Hoff, you got good eyesight. Get in the back. Yeah. You can read the chalkboard from there." Yeah, we had chalkboards back in the day, not this dry erase shit.
Slate and chalk.
Oh, the sounds of chalk. Ugh. The dust of pounding them erasers together to get the chalk dust out, and everyone.
I think if any school kids have never had a chalk eraser thrown at them from the front of the class, you're missing the best parts of school.
Several times, but I was in the back, so they usually missed.
Because even if it's happening to someone else, just that puff of chalk dust when it hits them.
I had some teachers throw them at me, like that guy who threw a shoe at George W. Bush. I'd dodge it.
Who throws a shoe? Really?
Honestly.
That guy went to prison. Random Task went to prison.
For what?
I don't know. Something.
Throwing a shoe?
Probably. Maybe he threw the shoe at the president.
Maybe it was him. He took his role too seriously.
But the actor went to prison. I don't know what he did, but I saw it was like a list of actors that have gone to prison for felonies, and he was one of them. I was like, wow.
Here's the Bible is very quotable. I've quoted it in chat a lot. I've seen people evangelizing in chat, but nothing they had to say felt as pointed as the word itself, so I just quote it. Of course. Of course, but I mean that doesn't mean you can't talk about it. It doesn't mean you can't discuss it. Obviously,
actually, Peter, I'm really impressed with your ability to not just quote something, but actually put chapter and verse as well. That's impressive. That's great. I love that.
Google, but I'll still give him credit.
Yeah.
I can find you stats for the IQ in India right now if I wanted to Google it, but I mean, I'm sure the Bible's on there. It won't be for long, though.
But it's one thing to put a quote, but it's another thing to put it in context as well. So,
I know. I'm not trying to cut Peter down. I was just joking around.
Awesome. I mean, so many people. All right. Yep.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, so many people quote the Bible, but incorrectly. Like they'll take half the quote and then go, and it's like that. You wrong context, dude. You're not even correct with that quote.
Well, you know why people do that is because they want to use it in their own argument.
They're trying to make their point correct, and it's like, you're wrong.
I want to thank everyone who's watching right now, by the way. Thank you so much. Me and Tony, well, I don't know if Tony thanks you. I thank you.
Oh, I thank everybody. I'm a thankful kind of guy. Even though
I'm trying to put you on a spot there.
Even though I live in a fictional country, apparently. I
don't know if it's real or not. You might be across the street from me, and I don't even freaking know, dude.
I'm in Cincinnati.
Says, yeah, boys.
That was a lie.
That was a lie. Kids will have glasses with augmented reality soon, I'm sure. Well, here's the thing. Those already exist, but they're not affordable or accessible yet. So that's the two things they have to get over. The same thing, dude, it's crazy. Like, whoever thought that every single person would have this black fucking mirror in their pockets one day. They said, "Oh, you'd never have a calculator in your pocket." The math teacher said, but you always do now. You have everything. You have a gold computer in your pocket. So of course, the glasses with augmented reality are just another step towards putting that chip in your head. The BMI, the brain machine interface, which starts at fictional, but talks about, which is a warning to people. It's Absolutely. Not like, hey, let's get brain chips. No, they're like, hey, let's not do this. Let's not do this. That's why I love Starset.
I don't want brain chips.
There's no, dude, some bands, I'm not going to name names. Some bands, they might give you a doubt about what they're about. Starset does not give you any doubt about what they're about. It's pretty clear, But that's where we're heading towards. That's the whole, I've been talking about this for a long time. I hate to keep saying that. The whole reason to make the next generation transgender is to make the generation after them feel more comfortable with being transhuman. So if these kids don't even know who they are, they grow up and even though they're mostly gay, they adopt kids or something. I don't know how they're going to have kids. But if they end up having kids, these kids will end up being the ones who will be the ones who get their brain chips put in, and then we're living in a complete slave society. But I don't know if there's any stopping this. It's pretty damn scary to me. I'm lucky that I got to live in the 90s, right, Tony?
Yeah.
We're lucky we got to see this. We got to see the world. I mean, you got to see the world way more than me before the internet, but at least I got to see the world a little bit before the internet. These kids grew up with the internet. They grew up post 9/11, and it's just wild that we're going with this transhuman agenda. Dale, you're gonna have to go down, bro.
This is thinking of technology and stuff. Do you remember the beginning of Ghostbusters when in the library when the drawers pop out and all the file cards start shooting out and the librarian freaks out? I remember sitting my cousin's kids through the original Ghostbusters, and they asked, "What are those?"
And the Dewey Decimal System.
And I'm like, "Yeah."
Did you say, "Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System"? Boom!
I'm just like, oh man, it's like I am really old.
Hannah Seeds, what's up? What is up?
Hey, Hannah Seeds, it's good to see you too.
We always have a good time here. Dude, the Dewey Decimal System was even going out of phase when I was a kid, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's going out of phase, but just the didn't have computers to look stuff up, so you had the file cards to look up books, and it was just like, that was cool. But yeah, and they smelled. They had a specific smell too, like the library. It's just, I miss all that stuff.
Yeah, a musty smell of old pages and books.
Yeah,
and
paper and ink has a specific smell to it. You don't get that with an iPad.
Well, depends on who's used it for what, but
a different kind of musty smell.
Yeah, but regardless, I know what you mean, man. Like, you don't. I prefer way more to read a book.
Yeah.
Like with paper.
Look, I do have a Kindle, and I do admit this. My eyesight is deteriorating. I do have the text quite large, and that's great. But I still prefer the tactile sensation of reading a book, of just fingers to paper and stuff like that. It just feels right, and the smell and all that. It's just all part of the experience.
I remember my great grandma, who was nearly blind, had this telephone on her wall, and the buttons were each like this big, so she could see who she was calling. She probably still dialed the wrong number, but she's like, "Why are you stealing my Miracle Whip?" No, that's not what happened, dude. There's one time my great grandma accused my mom of going down to her house, which was a trailer. It wasn't a house. It was a trailer. I don't come from richness. But, and she accused my mother of going to her trailer and going into her fridge and replacing her Hellman's mayonnaise with a jar of Miracle Whip. It's not the fact that she wasn't so blind that she needed a telephone with buttons this big and she didn't know what mayonnaise she was buying. No, she blamed it on my mom. My mom would never do something like that. My mom would never buy Miracle Whip. Ever. That's why I love my mom. Hellman's. Hellman's all the way. Actually, Duke's. I'm a Duke's fan now, to be honest.
If Jim Leahy was there, that never would have happened.
She had a big propane tank outside of her house. Propane.
Propane.
Like one of those that look like a big pill,
Just getting back into the bit up further up in the chat. Awesome one. Yeah, Australia's trying to follow suit with the European digital IDs, which is just bad.
Yeah, let's. Peter says, I went through a period of my life where when I would turn one page of the Bible every night before I had turned out the lights. I read the whole thing about 2.5 times. Dang. That's commitment.
Yeah. That's a good thing to do.
It is a good thing to do. It's definitely a good thing to do. I should take that into my own regimen.
Yeah. The Bible's tiny text. I have a lot of trouble. I do have one of those magnifying mats now that I can just put over a book and go, yeah, like I'm an old grandpa.
You need a monocle.
Yeah. I do have one of those. I've got one like you've got where you just with the LED on it and it pops up.
Well, that's not a monocle.
No, it's like a little magnifying thing.
Yeah, those are nice.
I could probably put it on my.
Yeah, maybe just squeeze it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think you should just have a monocle regardless. Like, if you were live here on this stream, you should be wearing a monocle for no reason. Just with the little chain hanging, everything. Like, just
and a top hat.
I mean, I'm not calling you Mr. Peanut.
And just speak like really condescending to everybody. No, I'm so much better than everybody. Talk like Thurston Howell III.
Thurston Howell III. Dude, that's a Gilligan's Island reference.
It's a Gilligan's Island reference.
Marianne or Ginger?
Depends on the day.
Or Mrs. Howell?
Depends on the day and how old I am now.
Mrs. Howell would be a hell of a sugar mama.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, look, I'm totally okay with being a kept man.
Yeah. Ginger probably had some money too, though, but she'd probably own.
Oh yeah, she had that Hollywood money.
Marianne had no money.
No, she could bake a pie though.
Yeah, but she could. Yeah, on an island with nothing to bake a pie on. Yeah. Or with.
It's a coconut oven.
Awesome. What's his $1 million, Tony? Like your James Bond villain. Like $1
million.
Who throws the shoe? Honestly. I want to read this one.
Yes.
We were the last historically normal kids who grew up without much in the way of electronic entertainment and mostly had to entertain ourselves. The world was our RPG. That's a great comment right there. I really like that. I'll leave it up for a minute.
I was talking to someone the other day about that, and I said, but like, I didn't have any gaming systems or anything like that as a kid. I had friends who had like the Atari, but I never had anything like that, so I never missed it. Which is probably the reason why I don't really care about consoles and stuff like that now. But my favorite thing, I said to him, if I could boil everything I had as a kid, wasn't like, Star Wars figures or Transformers or shit like that. It was my bike. I loved my bike because it was transport and I could go places, and it was fun to, ride around and that. And I said that was the one thing I loved as a kid.
You're not wrong about that, man. Yeah. You are not wrong about that. A bicycle to a kid, I don't know if it means the same nowadays as it did back then, but
it could, but yeah, I don't think it does, but it could. Back then,
your bicycle was like it was party. It was like it's how you got around.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ride the bike down the shops, or I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, or I'm gonna and in the 80s it was and the 90s for a time. You could always tell where all the kids were because the bikes were all outside the house.
Yeah.
It's like, they're all over there. Oh, that's good.
I think all the parents just drive their kids around now in their Teslas.
Yeah, I don't think they do public transport that much.
I see kids every now and then. The thing is, I see kids riding around on bikes around here every now and then. I'm like young kids. I'm talking like 10. I used to ride out in the country. I never rode bikes in the city.
It's dangerous.
They will ride down the street like I'm talking 10 years old. These kids will ride down the street, no hands, on the wrong side of the road, and just let cars pass them. Can you imagine what color they are? I'm just, but anyways, I mean, I'm just saying
that just reminds me of a Whitest Kid sketch, which I will not talk about.
I didn't say. I just said, could you imagine? I want to show this. Everyone here knows. Yes, thank you. I want to show this. Hopefully I can show this. If it doesn't matter. But I'm going to show a clip here. I'm going to read some comments first. Awesome one says, Ginger for looks and love Marianne for friends because Ginger is dumb. That's true. Ginger was kind of dumb. I'll say that. Bicycles was a rocket ships. That's true.
Yeah.
Bikes were everywhere. Nobody wore a helmet.
Absolutely.
We built ramps and showed off our scars if we wrecked. That's what we did. I used to spend time in my backyard after my parents got done with their garden at the end of the year. I would take all that dirt and I'd take the shovel and I'd build myself a little ramp. And the ramp sucked. It was, I did this for like 3 straight years and I just kept making the same stupid ramp. And I was like, this ramp sucks. But I liked it. I liked to ride on it. And I'd fall over a lot,
For me, growing up in the 70s and 80s, every time we watch an Evel Knievel try to jump over a whole bunch of stuff and then just absolutely wipe out and still be like, what a great idea. Let's try that. Looks like I'm going to lose a whole bunch of skin off my legs today.
Yeah, just like Evel Knievel broke every bone in his damn body.
Yep. I was like, we love Evel Knievel. Let's try and jump our bikes over a bunch of stuff.
I'm hoping I can show this. I really hope I can show this, but I watched this earlier today and I was just like, this is so me. And I wish I'd written this This is Joe DeRosa. He's a comedian. You might be familiar with him. You might not be, but he's pretty
The
fun.
Hollywood left. They came after me. Brutal. Bicyclists. Not a happy group of people. Bicyclists, the most cock-sucking group of people on planet Earth. On planet Earth.
Agreed. This is what I've been saying. I've been trying to
Lifestyle
tell people.
bicyclists. I want to be clear. Talking about the bike lane people, all right?
Yes.
I don't mean like the Grubhub guys on their Huffies or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
that's-
You know, you got Chinese food on your handlebars. You're doing the Lord's work. Thank you. Keep it up. But the bike lane people, they're on a mission. They're on a mission to make a contribution to the planet. And their mission is so important, they'll kill you. They can't use their brakes. They'll kill you. Step into a bike lane. They won't slow down for anything.
True.
Bike! 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 Bike lane! Bike lane! Move! First of all, asshole. First of all, you don't get to be tough with a jingle bell on your handlebars. First of all. Second of all, it's the bike lane. How about it's the I throw a stick into your front tire lane?
Yes.
You fly over the handlebars and can't walk anymore lane. We'll repurpose these wheels into your next vehicle.
Oh, that's gold.
Everyone knows I hate bicyclists. If you've watched Hoffcast for any amount of time, I told you I'm an anti-cyclist. I hate them. I'm not talking about people. Like he said, I'm not talking about people who ride trails outside. Like I don't see you.
Yeah.
Or if you're doing a job, I don't care. But it's these they buy the tight clothes. They're old people. They're always older people, typically older people. And they wear these really tight clothes like they're in the fucking Tour de France. They're probably all missing a ball as well. Like Lance Armstrong, he's missing a testicle. I shouldn't make fun of that. That's bad karma. But anyways, I should go buy another few bracelets, right?
He's got a shitload of money in the bank account. He's doing okay.
Yeah, because he sold so many fucking yellow bracelets.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
Don't tell me that was non-profit. Come on. Hopefully he bought himself a new ball.
It's got one of those fake. It's got one of those implants.
Yeah, a ball implant, just like a marble put in there. But anyways, just to lay it out, just to even it out a little bit, like the judicial system scale, you know. But anyways, the whole thing about that is like these are entitled people. They are older people. They're the same people who go to the No Kings protest, the ones who ride the bikes and they wear the skin tight clothes and they're like, I am going green and I'm health related. Bro, give me some grease. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna drive my Toyota Camry, gas powered. I'm gonna eat some greasy ass pizza, and I will throw a stick in your fucking bicycle wheel if you piss me off, dude. If you're riding a mountain bike, and this is true shit. I take my dog to the park, and I walk her. It's a flat park. There's no hills or terrain, and then. There's been times this bike path or the walking path, by the way, is literally like just big enough for like one person to fit through. So many times bicycles have come riding through. They're like, out of the way, bling, 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 bling. They did a little jingle bell. It's like you're on a mountain bike. You can't go through the grass. You got 10 fucking gears on that thing, you dumb bitch. You're making me get out of the way? And while you're flying through like you're on the Tour de France, come on! Like I hate bicyclists.
It's a park. It's not a velodrome. You fucking idiots. Yeah,
I hate them.
I'm not a fan of road bikes at all. I'm just like, nah. I miss my old BMX adjacent. I didn't actually have a BMX, but it was close enough. But yeah, road bikes and that, they piss me off. It's like, get out of the way. And I got to move into another lane to get around them because there's like give them a meter now.
Like, you don't want to be responsible for a.
I don't want to hurt them, but I'm just like,
either, like
why are they why aren't they in single file? Why do they have to be next to each other and take up an entire lane of traffic? It's like, get the fuck out of there. It's my bitching bet.
They want to be there's people. I've been trying to tell people this for a long time. People are attention starved in this world for some reason.
Yes, they are.
They are starved for it. They want to be seen. They don't care by who, but every time they go out in public, they want to be seen. Me, on the other hand, I want to not be seen. I want to be left alone. I don't want anybody to talk to me. I don't want anyone bothering me or interrupting what I'm doing. I don't want anybody saying a word to me, really, unless it's just a wave and a hi. You know?
Yeah.
What are you laughing about?
Oh, it's just being left alone. I was at the local shopping center this morning, and I was walking past one of those people selling tickets to win a house or some shit for a charity. Yeah, sure. And the guy just went, "Oh, would you like to buy a ticket?" I went, "No, thanks, sorry." And then he goes, "Oh, well, have a great day." And then he sort of went, "You fucking," and he said something under his breath, and I stopped and went, "What'd you say?" He was like, "Oh, nothing. I didn't say anything." He went, "No. Well, what did you say?" It's like, "Oh, I didn't say anything." I went, "Yeah, keep it like that, then," and just walked off. I was like, "Fucking idiots." Like, yeah, leave me the fuck alone. I want to just do my shopping in peace.
I can't find that.
I think Lance Armstrong's best thing was dodgeball.
He was in that for a minute.
Tour de France, but all the dodgeball.
Awesome one says Hoff must live in a hippie gay town. Columbus is very the city of Columbus is very liberal. It is, and we've imported a lot of illegal immigrants, and where I live is basically Mexico. It's not where the area that I live in Columbus. Say it's the Grand Theft Auto map, and there's different areas. Like, I live in the Mexican area of the GTA map. Not so much the woke rich area. I live on the poor side of town where only the illegals can get by. And so I was trying to find this meme from Nick Fuentes, but I can't find it. But someone, dude, I swear I saved it, but I don't see it.
Oh, you maniac, awesome one. Oh, that's so good.
But basically, if you're what he said was, if you're a single white dude who's conservative in a liberal town, it's great. Nobody speaks English. Everyone kind of leaves you alone. Nobody really wants to talk to you. You don't have to get in a conversation with any idiots. You're kind of the outcast. But at the end of the day, you are still the best looking motherfucker on the block.
Damn.
So there is something to be said about living in an area like this as a conservative white male. What did Peter say? Or who you talking? Awesome one?
Oh, that's at the very end, but there's a few more things before that one. Peter was talking about when he was younger.
When I buy groceries, get a couple banana boxes and strap them to the deck. This one. When I was young and broke and living uptown, I rode bikes all the time. I even built a cargo bike with a mountain bike front end and a BMX rear wheel with a 2x4 flat deck behind the seat.
That's pretty good.
Is that what you're talking about? What am I missing?
No, the you'll see it when you see it.
I don't see anything.
It's under it's awesome one, but it's under Peter's second thing about buying groceries.
Oh, I thought you said. Never mind. I got things confused. It's a Hofsco.
That's where you live.
Look, if I ever own an oil company, that's what I'm calling it. Like Texaco, Hofsico. Well, look, it would be fine if I had any power around here, but I'm powerless here in Hofskiko. It's not like I'm dictator around here, you know. Strangely enough, I was left alone as a white dude in mostly black ghettos. In the ghetto. I don't live in a black area because blacks and Mexicans apparently don't like each other. So whoever's importing the illegals into this area, they're anti-black, I'm guessing. Okay, I got no problem with blacks. None.
Hold on.
You know why? We brought them over here legally.
I suppose the Dutch did, and other people.
I don't know if it was legal. It probably wasn't, but
well, I mean, once they were stolen from Africa, it's out of your hands. It's like
stolen from the slave drivers in Africa. Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell. My country was built on slavery. The fucking convicts were slave labor that designed to build this country. It's like they just happen to be Irish.
Well, expect a lot of hiccups.
No one cares because they're Irish.
The Irish get away with some things. Look, I'm Irish, so
we hate the English.
I got away with my last live stream somehow. Peter says, I'm aware of the statistics and stuff, and I've seen a ton of crazy videos, but the blacks I've met in person were pleasant enough. I'll tell you why. It's very simple. It's not even a question. The whole reason why is because it's black on black crime. They are part of these gangs, and they're all part of their little cliques and groups and everything. And us whites, we have nothing to do with that. We're not seen as a threat to these people at all. We're not even seen as a threat. They're too worried about their own disrespect and their own little gangs to worry about someone like me at all. Now, would they take advantage of me on occasion if they see that I'm weak? Yes, but it's never happened to me yet to this day. I know it's happened to other people, but for the most part, it is black on black. It's not black on white crime, nor is it white on black crime. It's black on black. And am I wrong about this, Tony?
I think the math actually adds up to that. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's statistics that would back up what I'm saying right now. That, the blacks aren't really worried about the whites as much as you think. You know, they're more worried about themselves.
I'm no threat to anybody, so yeah, that don't bother me.
Yeah, I'm not. I ain't going around fronting. What's with these homies dissing my girl? Why do they gotta front? Awesome one says, and somehow the Irish were forgotten as being slaves.
Yeah.
I'm still a slave.
It doesn't fit everyone else's arguments.
Awesome one says, rappers die the most among blacks. I don't know if that's true, besides the fact that every black person tries to rap. So that might be true. If 100% of black people try to rap, well, then that's got to be true. And they do. Every black person tries to rap. They all try. Look, Tony, hear me out, dude. I'm not going to say anything too bad, but I'm going to say the golden ticket for a black person to get ahead in life is to learn how to rap and to use that to make money. That's the golden ticket for that's the black, the American dream for a lot of white people is to have a nice family, a good job, retire, make sure you set up the rest of it for the rest of your family. For black people, it's all about getting that bling bling, doing that rapping, slinging that ass, and they're very good at it. They're very good at it, but there's too many of them trying to do the same thing at once. And there's too much competition in the field now. None of them know how to do anything different. So now, I mean, we do have a billion dumb rappers now, and a billion horribly ugly women shaking their horribly ugly asses and somehow making money off of it. And so that's the golden ticket for the black community is to be a rapper or to be like just a thug influencer or something like that. Or a football or basketball player. And then cheat in gambling. White people do that too, Pete Rose. Allegedly. All right. White people do that too, Pete Rose. All right.
Yeah. Pete Rose. Jeez. Oh, God.
8 3/4 mile. Like Harry Potter, like mixed with 8 Mile. Is that what that is? That's the weirdest mashup I've ever seen in my life. Harry Potter, 8 Mile.
And Eminem.
That's probably make a good AI meme out of that.
Oh, probably.
Here says fronting is a funny word. I agree. I first encountered it in the cola scene. I mean, I think I know what he's saying. Yep. I know what he's talking about. But in modern parlance, it means lying, which is accurate since people will say anything for more. Interesting, because now people say cap. No cap. I think cap means you're lying, and I think no cap means you're lying. But fronting, I didn't think fronting it meant you were lying. I thought it meant you were like trying to start some shit.
It's weird how words evolve like that. Because I don't know, to say if someone had front back in the day meant, you had a spine, you had balls, you got front. But now it's completely changed.
Well, I thought it was like, was with these homies, this is my girl, why they got a front, like disrespect, sort of like that. Which, I mean, I guess it could be lying. I guess it could be. I don't know why I'm relating this to Weezer. Like they would know, they're the whitest band of all time. Like literally the whitest band that ever lived, besides maybe Mumford and Sons. I'm not even saying they're white. I'm saying their fans are. Dude, Mumford and Sons, they were like, let's write the same song every time. Every single one of their songs, the chorus goes, and I'm just going to say 2 words, just 2 words, 4 letters. Every single one of their songs in the chorus goes like this. And let me say 3 words. And I will. That's every single song. The chorus says, and I will do something. And I will. It's so fucking stupid. I hate Mumford & Sons. Horrible band. Horrible fucking band. Horrible. The worst music I've ever heard. I mean, just really bad. And I will. Shut the fuck up, please. That's all I ask you will do.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mumford and Sons, Tony?
I remember them existing. I couldn't pick one of their songs out of a lineup to say.
It was a bunch of rich kids. Well, I just told you what every one of their songs sounds like, but it was a bunch of rich kids dressing up in like old timey clothes and playing old instruments. And then all the hipsters were like, "Oh, that's real music right there."
Hipsters.
It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. It's horrible for music. A lot of other bands try to do the same thing. It just ruined music for a long time. It really did.
Yeah.
Their popularity. Every damn song you heard on the radio from there on out goes, and I will, and I will. That was every song they ever wrote. And I will. Okay, shut up, please. I wish you will shut up. Stop pretending to be like you're from the 1930s. That's it. Yep, that's the one. Awesome. And I will always love you. But it's not the only one. They had another 8 songs at least that had that same chorus. At least another 8 songs with the same chorus. I know because I had friends who liked them. That's how I know. Dale just farted again, you son of a bitch. Time to shock him. I think every time I shock him, it makes him fart more. So maybe I should stop shocking him. Look at the little fella right there. Look at that little fella. It's hard to get mad at him. You know what I mean? I can't get mad at him.
I don't understand how people get angry at animals.
Now look, I told you earlier. I said when Dale was going after my sandwich, I had to say, Dale, this is not your
sandwich.
This is not your sandwich, buddy.
Your sandwich.
I was making a sandwich on the counter. I had the meat, the bread, the cheese, the plate, and he was just like all over. I said, Dale, look, I fed you already. You had your meow mix.
In Dale's defense, you shouldn't have put meow mix on bread.
Maybe I should do that for him, but he can't eat that. He can't eat it.
You shouldn't have made a sandwich out of meow mix.
For myself.
Yeah, that's why he wanted it. He's like, I want that meow mix sandwich.
Look, I don't think I could do that.
You want chicken? You want liver? Meow mix, please.
Please the liver. I don't, dude. The way that stuff smells when you open it, I don't think I could ever, Apparently, to dogs and cats, that stuff is, it's like high class cuisine. They can't get enough of it. They're so excited. And for me, I'm like, ugh. Yeah.
Awesome one. Yes, my cat can be really annoying, but at the end of the day, it's like, well, it's not doing it to be deliberate. It's just it's a cat, and cat's got a cat. So
that's what I'm saying. Like that's why you can't get mad at it.
If I was angry, I'll like shut the fuck up sometimes because she'll be meowing at me. But at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not gonna fucking.
Yeah, if Dale was like just like clawing me like a saber-toothed tiger right now, I'd be pretty pissed off. Like,
I'm not gonna go get a fucking paint bloody ball gun and shoot it or something like that. It's like, no. I just, I'll get disgruntled and annoyed, but at the end of the day, I'll be over it real quick because it's like, it's just a cat. She knows what she's doing. She wants attention, saying, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Dale farts. Yeah, Dale farts all the time.
Of the universe.
Dale gets super gassy as soon as I feed him. Like every night, dude. He'll eat and he'll jump in my lap and he'll just little whiffs. I'm just like, damn it, Dale. What's up, Jim? How you doing, brother? How you doing,
Peter? You are correct about they are really curious. Although if I'm eating anything milk based, she'll go, I want that, and then stick a beak in and just start licking it. And I'm like, great, there goes my fucking cereal.
Dale always wants whatever chips I'm eating. I tried to give him a chip one time. He didn't want no part of it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what they're interested in. They hear the bag crinkling, and so they think that's the T word, TREATS. Word.
My cat knows the sound of a tin of tuna being opened. So if I open a tin of corn or something, she's like, "Oh, food!" And it's like, "This isn't for you."
So yeah, it's just whenever I pull that Meow Mix out for Dale and he sees that little cup, his eyes become huge. His eyes get so big, and he's just dancing around like crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy. Look at his tail.
Look at his tail. Do you want to take over the show for a second while I go to the restroom?
Okay.
Well, you're gonna have to.
Let's talk about Star Trek now.
Not really. Well, yeah, but here we go. Here's the point of the show where everyone gets to talk about Star Trek. Everyone, yeah. If you like Star Trek, now's the time to talk about it. I will be right back.
Just kidding. I'm not. So how's it going, Jim? It's good to see you. I've been really slacking. I haven't been on your channel for a bit, but Jim's channel is awesome. You should check it out. He does awesome videos of his neck of the woods in the mornings and that, and there's lots of beautiful scenery, lots of beautiful sunrises and animals and fun stuff. He's a really great channel. So if you haven't checked out Jim's Camera at Dawn, definitely check his channel out. It's great. So I'm gonna go back up through the chat. What else has been going? Getting back to this one. Nice meant cruel and foolish. Yeah, it's weird how words change like that. Like sometimes they get inverted. Like awful back in the day used to actually was full of awe. It was like a great thing, and then it became a bad thing. So it's weird how words do become almost, the reverse of what they originally meant as the years go on. So yeah, language is funny that way. Just don't know why, but yeah, it's just how it is. Yeah, I'm not really gonna. I'd normally give Hoff crap about it. Going, oh, Hoff's gone. Let's talk about Star Trek. Because he's not. It's not that he's not a fan of it. It's just he doesn't really ever watch it, and there's too much of it to catch up on. So yeah, it's just a running gag whenever Hoff leaves me in charge. But yeah, other than that, yeah, he's back.
I'm back. I didn't want to leave you too long there. Yeah.
We weren't really talking about Star Trek.
Well, I heard a little bit, but yeah, you say I'm not a fan of Star Trek. I don't watch it. There's so much. It's like anime. There's so much to Star Trek. It's like, where do you even start with it? And Star Wars has gotten to that point.
Just don't watch anime.
What?
So I just don't watch anime anymore.
I don't even need to watch anime when I'm behind that hentai car.
Oh,
all right. Just looking at that rear bumper, just like
the hentai car.
Man, they're into some weird shit, but them titties are huge.
Show me them.
They know how to draw. They know how to draw some big titties in the nerd
community.
Oh
yeah, no. It's weird, but yeah, they do.
It's not weird. It's just not real. It's like,
that's the problem, isn't it? It's like, why do you need this when you can just type in, breasts into Google and you'll get all the pictures you want?
Well, let me tell you, man. Well, over in China, it's becoming like it is here. We're becoming like China now, where you have to use an ID to log into the porn sites. So they can't use porn sites in China. That's the reason why they have to watch so much cartoon porn, I think.
Yeah, that's not going to save them.
No, of course not. No, that's not good. It's not going to save us either.
No.
Having you put my ID in to watch some titties. Get out of here, bro. This is America.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's just.
I can go to. There's like 18 strip clubs in a 5-mile radius of me. Come on. Yes, I have to show my ID there.
You'll have to use your digital ID to get in there, and then they'll go, Sorry, Hoff, you've already gone here 3 times this week. You're over your limit.
It's like, where's my money? Not good. Yeah. It's like, dude. Yeah. Once we go to no cash, how are the strippers gonna make their money? It's like in Family Guy where Quagmire
really, really filthy, and I'm like, no, I won't say it.
Go ahead. I don't care. I've said the worst things on this stream.
It's just like merging the FBOS terminal with you just swipe them.
Yeah, that's what Quagmire did in Family Guy. He just pulled out his credit card and tried to swipe it in the girl's ass. Maybe girls will start putting little card readers up their assholes.
And this is why I'm currently single. But yeah.
Well, yeah, me too. So that's
probably, Jim. They'll probably just or they'll have a QR code tattooed to their body.
Yeah, just scan it with your scan the QR code.
I will pay her $3 in singles. Shake it.
That's not nearly as fun, dude.
It really isn't. I mean, not that I'm a freaking strip club kind of person, but yeah, it's not really that fun.
You know what the funnest thing is? To go to a strip club, take a roll of quarters. You can do all sorts of things with them. You can make it hail. You can shove them in the slots like a coin machine. There's all sorts of things you can do with a roll of quarters at a strip club.
Oh, God.
You know?
Yeah.
They don't like when you make it hail. They're like, "Oh, my eyes!"
Oh, God. Yeah. Digital IDs are a bad idea.
Yeah, dude. But
the annoying thing is I currently have one because I need one. I need a specific government ID to access our tax department. So when I pay tax for my business on a monthly basis or claim it, I need this ID for access. So I already have one. It's pointless. It's like I can't get away from it.
Well, eventually what's going to get to for me is like I can no longer call this Hoffcast. I'll have to put my ID out there for everyone to see before I go online for a live stream and be like, "Yes, this is me. Look at my ID." And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like it when it comes to pornography. I don't like it advancing anywhere else.
Yeah.
Dude, going to the same porn sites I've been going for a decade, and now they want me to put my ID in them. I'm not going to do that.
I'll just have to start downloading everything I want before it happens.
By the way, I'm not for porn. I'm not pro porn. I'm not saying like it's good for you. But I'm a man, and I'm a single man, and hey, look.
But it's not necessarily bad for you.
Well, I don't know.
In the right amount.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. I mean, you don't want to go overboard with it. That can lead to problems, of course. Like, lots of problems. The floors? But I'm just a red-blooded American male, you know. I'm not. What am I going to be like? What am I just like a statue? Sometimes I'm as hard as one, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not. I can't just be like completely like I'm not going to do that, you know.
Yeah. That's a valid point too. But the thing is too, though, thanks to things like what is it to bloody stage identification? 9 times out of 10, I gotta have my phone on me at all friggin' times if I need to log into something. It's really annoying, and I mean I don't like carrying my phone around because it's big and heavy, and I'd rather just take my wallet with me instead of going out to going to the shops with the phone as well. It's just I would happily leave my phone at home.
They're forcing you to keep your phone with you.
Yeah,
that's the whole part of what I was talking about earlier.
Part of the tracking, yeah.
Well, not just that, but the transhuman agenda. We're going from. I can't remember who it was. So who was in the chat? I meant to mention this earlier. They thought it was interesting that I went from transgender.
I think it might have been Awesome One. Hang on. Which one was it?
Oh. It was Awesome One.
Oh,
It was Awesome One. 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 It was Awesome One
was back a bit.
But that's what I was talking about. Exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
There is Hand of Seeds.
Hand of Seeds, right? Yeah, that's
the
it.
Transgender to transhuman talk. I've been talking about this for a long time, and I think I'm ahead of the curve here quite a bit. Look, we might not even see this in our lifetimes, but
I hope not.
The kids of our kids are going to see it generationally. That's the whole reason that they are trying to make this generation transgender, is so the next generation who has more technology will want to integrate that into their bodies, and they'll feel less human. Because, like, if you don't even know if you're a fucking male or female, well, then you don't probably feel like a human being, like, because you don't even know what the fuck you are. And that's sad. It's a mental illness, or it's just brainwashing to the fullest extent. But regardless, the brainwashing will continue until morale improves, and they will eventually force the transgender identity into the transhuman identity. And look, you might think I'm crazy. I don't give a fuck. I know I'm right. I am completely 100% right about this. And I'm not saying anyone here is calling me crazy. I'm just saying in general. But I know I'm completely right about this. That's where they're heading. That's the whole reason to demoralize people into not knowing their genders or who they are and being trans, is so it's easier for the next step to happen in the next generation. It's amazing it happened this quick with this generation, to just make these kids just automatically just not know what gender they are and be they thems and all this woke shit. But it's amazing it went that quick. I mean, the people running this shit, they got to be like, fuck, these people are easy to control. Damn, we thought it was going to take another 2 generations. They're already abiding. The youth is already abiding by this transgender propaganda, this trend that we're setting out for.
It's so easy for a lot of them to get this going, because, like, remember, you might not, but you probably remember back in the 90s, where in science fiction movies everyone had a barcode tattoo, and they'd scan it.
I remember that.
Oh, this is Jim, and he lives at fucking blah 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 blah. Yeah, not
also,
sure.
Idiocracy.
Yeah, not sure.
Sure.
Yeah, unscannable. It went from that to, you got movies like Casino Royale, where they put an RFID chip in James Bond so they can track him around the world. And it's like, we need to know where you're at all times. And so if you lose your phone, we still know where you are. And you sort of go, oh, that's not a bad idea. And then you get paranoid parents going, well, I've got my dog has a chip in it, so we know where my dog is if it gets lost. Maybe my kids should have a chip in it, so I know where my kids are at all times. And it may be coming from the most honest sort of idea, but they get used to it. And then suddenly it's like everyone wants to, they go, oh, look how easy it looks out. What was the other thing? Demolition Man. They had a chip in their body so they could use ATMs and access computers and all that. And people are just going, what a great idea. I don't like carrying my phone around. I don't like carrying a wallet around. I should be able to just scan it, everything. And yeah, it starts off with people going, it's for you to, it's to make things easier for you. And they'd say it in such a way where you go, yeah, that is easier for me. I like that.
Convenience.
They don't tell you what the downside is of it.
Dude, I remember, great points, by the way. Amazing points. I remember a couple years ago, it was like 2 or 3 years ago, I think I shared this on Hoffcast. There was this dude who got a chip in his wrist so he could wave it over his car handle and unlock his car.
Yeah.
Instead of using a key. Like, that's how simple it gets, and that's how easily persuaded people are into doing these things. If I can just, like, dude, and that's not just that, but that's like a bragging point for somebody who has a big ego. I'm the first person who can just,
look what I can do.
Yeah, look what I can do.
Yeah,
exactly.
and then all these friends go, wow, that's really cool. How do I get that? Yeah, it's Peter's got another really good point here too, which is really good.
Which one?
It's a way for the medical industry to create lifelong customers. Yes.
I just wanted to show that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's the wrong one. How far back am I? Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
There's talking about speakeasies, which I like the idea of that. Speakeasy where you're not allowed to bring your phone in. And then he talks about the medical industry.
What's funny is like you talk about the speakeasy, and I agree with that too. Like Jack White, who is like known for speakeasies and stuff like that. He's also known for not being able to take your phone into his shows. And I've only been to one show where I had to put my phone into a pouch, and maybe two, but I'm pretty sure it's only the one. I'm pretty sure it's only the one. It wasn't even a concert. It was a comedy show.
Right.
Have I told you this?
No.
So yeah, there was a comedy show that I went to. I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago. Big name comedian, and he made you put your phone into a pouch before going in, and I kind of liked it because when I was sitting there like with nothing to do, I was like talking to the people around me.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, not doom scrolling.
Yeah, nobody was on their phone. Like we were kind of everyone's just kind of chatting. Kind of felt like old school. I liked that.
Yeah.
On the other hand, do you know who this comedian was?
No idea.
Huge comedian, went to Saudi Arabia recently.
Oh.
Bill Burr.
Yeah, Bill Burr, yeah.
Bill Burr forced you to put your phone into a bag. And back then, it wasn't because he wanted people to have a better time in the stands, even though that was a nice byproduct of it.
Yeah.
What he didn't want was people filming his show and putting it online before his special came out, or taking anything he said out of context. Both smart moves. I will say they're both smart moves.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And I don't think you should film a comedy show anyway. But concerts are a little different. Jack White asking you to put your phone into a bag before a show. I mean, everybody knows your songs already. We've heard them a million times. You've heard Seven Nation Army 100. Every single person on this planet has heard that song enough times. Yeah, we don't need to, like who's going to record it and put it up, and you're not going to make money off that song. Like, I mean, you've already made enough. Like, it doesn't matter.
Like, if Meg White's not playing the drums live, I'm not interested.
Same. I want to see them big ass milkers just bouncing,
bouncing around.
Yeah. Just one tit while she goes. Just one tit. Because that's all she ever did. Just one tit bouncing. Because she never.
I still appreciate it.
I do too. I'll take one tit over none. Let's get to the chat for a minute here.
Yeah.
Peter says, eventually people will meet in person and leave the electronics at home. Look, that's what we all want. I don't think that's what we're going to get. I at least in our lifetimes, we got to go through the war before we ever get back to that. I don't think humans are ever going to give up social media. It's too much.
Probably not.
It's too ingrained. That's the whole thing of what I'm saying is the reason they try to force us to have it on us. Like you said earlier, like I don't want to leave, or I'd rather leave the house without my phone than have to have it on me. Yeah. But you have to have it on you. Most jobs require you to have an app for their job or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like
cool.
At least for their email. So yeah, I mean, I don't, as much as I would like that to happen, Peter, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. Honestly, I just do. And I'm sorry to say that. Hopefully the smarter people might, but even someone like me, dude, I leave my phone accidentally on the desk and I take Kira out to take a piss and I get scared. I'm like, where's my phone at? Like, it's going to be very, very difficult for humanity or society to shake that habit. What do you think, Tony?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how many public phone booths you have in America anymore. There's not as many in Australia either. They sort of started ripping them out.
Zero.
I mean, there was a time where it was like, I was a scout as a kid, so we used to make sure that we had a coin in the fold of our hat just in case we needed to make a phone call in an emergency. Nowadays, that just won't fly. But so yeah, it's one of those weird things that being without your phone, yeah, it is ingrained. I mean, if I'm going out, I'll have it in the car, but I'll leave it in the car when I'm going into the shops and all that. Because yeah, if my car breaks down, I need to call, my version of AAA to come get me. And there's the odds of there being a phone booth around. And even if there is, then I need this to access the internet.
Well, you're not wrong about that point.
I don't have that number memorized in my head either, so I got to look it up. And it's like
you're not wrong. There are good parts about this, but we have lost a part of our society and culture through it. Like, you did have to remember phone numbers before.
Yeah,
like
I still remember my original home phone number from my the original landline I had.
Me too.
I used to ring it all the time. But
I have a home phone line right now.
But yeah, it's one of those things. I don't know. I mean,
not really, but
I mean, I think about it and I think, like social media has pros, but it's got a heck of a lot of cons as well. And it is one of those things where some of the internet's got a lot of great pros and a lot of cons. And it's just, I don't know, to get rid of them, we'd have to lose the power grid, basically.
The difference between what you said, look, you just made two different points, but there's a vast difference between them. Needing your phone like for an emergency is one thing, but spending all your time on your phone on social media is a completely different thing. That's unhealthy.
Absolutely.
And it's fine like to use it as a tool, like a for a safety device. I get that. But to have it on you just because you can't live without it. The next comment is just ridiculous, and that's where we're at.
It's messed up. It really is, and that's the thing. But because I mean, for me, this is a tool. It's like my computer. I put in the same category as a hammer or a screwdriver. It's a tool. I use it for things. I use it for work. I use it for entertainment. But it is a tool. It's not technically a lifestyle, and it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't.
But it is at this point.
But it is. It's become that because it's. I hate using the term new normal, but it is the normal. It is how it's become over the last 15 years. And
that's why you
just,
see. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's kind of sad because it's almost insidious, really, because it sort of snuck up on us. Like it came in like, hey, you can be in contact with your friends and your family. It's really convenient. You just lock them in and you can chat to them and you can send them emails and stuff like that really easily. And you go, that's a great idea. I like that. Yeah. And then suddenly it became, you can stalk celebrities. I like celebrities. I want to see what bloody so and so's saying. Not realizing it's probably so and so's third assistant that's running the channel, but regardless of that, it's like. And then eventually, somewhere along the way, it's like it became that's how everyone thinks. And it's like, I really don't care about celebrities. I really don't give a rat's what they're doing. So
not just that, but like going back to what you just said a second ago, like it was a way to like keep in contact with people.
Yeah,
that your friends and family. That sounds great on paper.
It does.
But
yeah.
What ends up happening is the internet. It's not. Everyone ends up hating their family through social media.
Yes, and that's the thing, because people keep forgetting that even back in the early 2000s, late 90s, these things had a function that saved phone numbers. So, your family is already there. If you want to talk to them, you can just go, I want to talk to mom. I want to talk to
Yeah,
mom.
that's what. Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, social media made it accessible. Not just accessible. It was like instantaneous. Like, this is my opinion on blah, and I'm going to tell you what it is.
But not just that. It's other forces feeding into that, and they project it onto their friends and family.
And the thing is too, but it's not everyone thinks the same way or even agrees on stuff. But when enough of the people that think like you agree, suddenly that gives you this feeling of power. And if it's like, I've got 49 likes that says that I was right in what I said, you didn't say you liked it, you're my enemy now. And it's just
that's
like
called
what
an echo chamber.
Yeah, echo chambers are the fucking worst.
But even the worst part, what you said is like, if someone didn't agree with you, well, then you're not with me. So, only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Yeah. But
Palpatine came back somehow.
Somehow.
They fly now?
Hoffcast came back somehow.
It's just, I mean, I remember when Twitter first came out and it was like, 140 characters or something? And I was not interested at all. And I basically said that they're making. Oh, hello, Rovage. They're making the most mundane stuff important. And I'm like, I don't care about I bought a sandwich for lunch. It was delicious. It's like, okay, I don't care what you had for lunch. It doesn't need to be on the news.
That was one of the first trends of social media was like
it made mediocrity important.
Just posting pictures of their plates.
Yeah, it's like I don't care about that. It's like rubbish. But I don't know. Somewhere along the way, it's like it lost its way really quickly. Hey, Rob.
Well, again, like even going back to what you said a minute ago, it's like, oh well, with Twitter, like you got to be able to interact with celebrities for the first time. We see how that's working out now. It's nothing but people throwing a bunch of hate at celebrities. Some of them deserve it, but it like you get what you asked for, I guess. Like, what did you expect from all this? Do you expect just everyone to just agree with you? And this is where we're at 20 years later almost. It's just nothing but a bunch of fighting. That's all it is.
Some celebrities are smart and don't pick a fight, and they just say, hey, I'm doing this movie now. I'm really excited by it. Cool. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all I really care about.
Kurt Russell?
Kurt Russell. I don't think Kurt Russell's on social media. I don't think he gives a shit.
I don't hear, man. I don't know a single celebrity that just does that. I don't know one celebrity.
There are a couple, but most of them will fall into the
name one.
Everyone else is talking about this. I need to talk about this. And it's
they all got a cause.
Yeah, nah, that's it.
Dude, even Hexus, by the way, what's up, man? Kevin Sorbo has a cause, bro. Even Kevin Sorbo. Yeah. Good to see you, Hexus. I want to thank everyone for watching tonight, by the way.
Absolutely.
Hexus, I might send you a link at the end of the show. Not like while we're live, but maybe I'll hang out for a few minutes afterwards. But yeah, it's the Hoff and Tony show. But
yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I think with celebrities, they should at least have a personal account and their business account. And the business one should talk about what they're doing in the jobs. But yeah, when they have the one account where it's like in one sentence they're talking about this TV show they're working on, you go, wow, that sounds really cool. And the next account and the next sentence is, you voted this way, I think you should be stoned to death. It's like, what the fuck? It's really fucking terrible. It's stupid. And it's like, yeah, I get it's their personal opinion, but that doesn't mean I need to listen. But I don't need to listen to it either. That's the other thing.
I was going to argue with you a little bit here. Maybe some of these celebrities who are owned and they have contracts with a lot of big companies might be, as actors, paid to say things on Twitter as much as they are paid to say lines in a movie. So, I mean, does that not make... I mean, I think that makes perfect sense.
Oh, no. I think you are correct on that because I think it's probably in their contracts. It's like you're under contract with Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
You're under contract with this. These are some of the talking points you need to talk about.
100%. 100%.
Especially Disney. Especially anyone working for Disney.
Anybody working for Disney, you got to watch out for these propagandists.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, it's just. But as I said, on the flip side, I just don't pay attention to that.
It seems like the only people who are to be. I mean, to agree with Hexus a little bit. Kevin Sorbo doesn't seem like he's owned by somebody, but he still seems like he has a agenda. Is what I'm saying. Like he's not. I
mean, Kevin Sorbo is a
guy. What's the last movie he was in, by the way? But
he got screwed over royally because he's a Christian man, he's a white man, he's I think he's married with kids, so he's a dirty breeder. So yeah, he got messed over by Hollywood in general. So I think he does his own stuff now. I think he has his own production company, which good for him. If he can pull that off, great. So yeah, I don't know.
But he still goes on and says things, speaking his mind, even though he might not be paid. They still like what you were saying was some actors, which I want to know who they are. I'm not putting you on the spot, but I will.
I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head, but I don't follow a lot of actors.
They just shut their mouths and they just do their job, and then like. But the thing is, like, it seems like you don't get famous anymore, or you get the roles unless you are active on social media. It seems like it goes hand in hand. You know what I mean?
I mean, to talk about someone like Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell was already way famous before any of this shit started, so he's pretty bulletproof. But yeah, plus I agree with pretty much everything he says. But yeah, I do agree with that now. That with modern actors and younger actors and that, they're signed up with everything. It's like
Tim Allen is a known conservative. I don't know what he said online, but he's a known conservative. He's also known as being one of the hardest people to work with ever. So, I mean, I don't know if that's true or if he just works with a bunch of fucking libtard wokies. Maybe that's what's going on. That's why they don't like him. But yeah, I mean, I'm talking about like an actor. You don't know where he stands. You don't know what his affiliation is. Do you know what I can almost point at any actor and be like, I know where they stand with things. Like I'm talking about what is an actor that you just don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jim's completely right about this. They're totally welcoming and all about coexisting, except for older white males and or Christians. Well, hey, Hoff knows a thing or two about this. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, I know a thing or two about that, where you aren't really accepted in the group when you're an older white Christian male. I know a thing or two about that.
Yeah.
It really isn't fair at the end of the day for some people. Like when everyone else is such a piece of shit and you're just doing your best to get through life and they're like, hey, you're not one of us. It's pretty degrading and belittling, and it's accomplished exactly what they wanted to, is to make you feel bad. And that's why I hate lefties. That's why I hate woke people. That's why I hate trans. I don't hate trans people. Most of them are just lost idiots. But
I think my biggest problem with celebrities shoving their nose in other people's business. I remember when the first time I went to the States was in 2004, and it was around that election time, and they had the Rock of the Vote thing was all over the news and that. And,
what else can I say?
But the thing is that all the celebrities back then seemed to be getting behind, get up and actually, put yourself down as, to vote. It was about go out there and vote. It wasn't about who to vote for. It was just go out there and vote, sign up. And I was like, yeah, I can get behind that. That's a good idea. mainly because my country, it's mandatory. But there's somewhere along the, from 2016 onwards, it was like, no, you must vote for this or else. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. Don't tell me what to do. Hey, I'm a US citizen, not a US citizen, so it doesn't really matter. But but if I was, I'd be like, says who? I don't care if the Avengers get together and tell me that I need to vote for so and so. I'm like, first of all, you're not real superheroes. You're a bunch of fucking actors. So shut up. And secondly, you don't tell me what to do. You're just a bunch of paid fucking mouthpieces.
Tony, they were just more subtle back then. We all knew who these people were voting for.
Oh, I do agree that
everyone knew back then who they were. They
wanted Kerry to win, but I get that. But yeah, they weren't in your face about it. Now they are. Now they're like, well, being subtle doesn't work because people didn't pay attention. Now we're just going to ram it down their throats.
Yeah, they lost.
They
lost. They lost. That's why, we got to try harder. We gotta really slam this down these people's throats.
Yeah. Well, they're wrong.
Yeah, of course they're wrong. Of course, it's horrible. It's a horrible situation that we're living in. Yeah, back then, it was rock the vote, but we all knew who they were talking about.
I'm not an idiot, but wherever I was in America, they're going, "Oh, would you like to sign up? Are you a registered voter?" I'm like, "Not a U.S. citizen, dude."
You could have voted if you're in California.
Could I vote 50 times for somebody?
Maybe not back then.
Of course.
I don't know if
I'll sign up my dead grandparents as well.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. That was the whole plot of Tommy, or not Black Sheep, right?
Yes,
that was the whole plot of that movie.
That's an underrated movie.
It's great. It is pretty good.
Yes, Peter, that is correct. Vote early, vote often. What the fuck is it?
Oh man, I might think about wrapping this up soon. How long have we been on?
Nearly 2.5 hours.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a good time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Anything you want to get in before we head out?
No. Thank you to everyone though that's been here tonight. Peter, Hexus, Jim, Hands of Seeds. Who else was there? I don't like missing people out. Let's go right back to the beginning. Based Brooks. I think that's everybody. But thank you all for contributing in the chat. You're all excellent and awesome, and I love chatting. Awesome one as well. There you go. I don't like missing people out. So thank you very much to everybody that came along and listened to me prattling on.
Well, it's the Tony Nasser show. I mean, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for, man. I wouldn't ask you on if I didn't want to hear your voice. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
You're not the Kaya to my Hassan. I'm not gonna
getting zapped.
You're not there for background. I like to hear what you have to say, and man, you really pulled through for me tonight because I just wanted to talk some shit. I told you that before the show, and we talked quite a bit of shit tonight, which I like that.
Yeah.
Besides that, I dropped the link in there. He says he's blocked. I don't think I blocked you from stream. Maybe I did. I don't know how to unblock from StreamYard.
StreamYard is really messed up at the moment. It's like hard to get anything to work.
I have no idea how to do that.
No idea.
So, well, guess you're not coming backstage. We got Jim. I got a big couple days ahead here with racing situations. big weekend coming up for NASCAR, as we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
Very nervous about things. Did some practicing in iRacing at Martinsville. I finally started to get the track. I finally started to understand it. And I've been racing that track for a long time. It's not a difficult track. The braking in order to hold it through the turn is very difficult. But besides that, man, I don't think anyone wants to hear about any of that nonsense. I don't know how I blocked you from StreamYard, Hexus. I don't. Apparently, I did, but I have no clue how to undo that.
I don't know where you go to do it.
I don't either. Like, that might be through like YouTube or something.
It's all connected, I think. Yeah.
But anyways, I want to thank everyone who watched tonight for watching. We don't do these that often anymore. I'd like to do them more often, but I just don't know, man. Like, I got my problems with this whole Hoffcast and social media and YouTube thing. So I really got to feel like I want to go on before I do. If I don't, there's not a chance. So I appreciate you so much, Tony, for backing me up on this one.
Oh, no, thanks.
I really do, man. I know I was joking, but really, really thank you for backing me up on this show. And to everyone else out there, I hope you have a great night, great day, great weekend, wherever you're at. And me and Tony will see you later. Hoff and Tony, signing off.
Have a good one, everyone.